Arman KUSHAIRY bin Aswandi. My metric number is B0920104005.
My name is Muhammad IRFAN DANIAL bin Rizani. My metric number is B0920100077.
My name is NAJIHA bin Fatimah. My metric number is B0920100096.
My name is ZARIF bin Zaki, metric number B0920100366.
My name is NAJIHA and my number metric is B0920100281.
So yang ni untuk side slip, ni untuk weight dan adherence lah. Kalau kamu tengok ni untuk measure dia punya camber, untuk input out, ni berat kereta. Ni untuk adherence, dia akan bagi vibrate lah untuk sistem suspension lah. So kalau kita nak buat semua, kita kena select semua lah. Contoh ni dia tak hijau ni. So kita kena select dulu. Kalau tekan ni,
Lepas tu tekan F4 start.
betul. Lepas tu select semua, lepas tu baru start lah.
Okey.
Start F4.
Bukan ke?
Tekan.
Tekan ni?
Dia nak buat ni section ni.
Tekan.
Okey. So kalau kita pilih lah. Van ke, taxi ke, dan tak bagi lah. So kita kereta ni bawah daripada 3.5 ton lah. Kita pilih ni. So ni ada trailer tak trailer dulu. So kalau tak ada, kita tak ada.
No.
Ni untuk berat trailer. So tak ada lah. Kita boleh terus tadi.
Kiri.
Assalamualaikum and good day. Today we are going to explain lap 5 side slip test measuring the car weight, adherence and brake test. For our group members, me myself, Muhammad IRFAN DANIAL bin Rizani, Lee Ehang, ZARIF IKRAM, NOOR NAJIHA and ARMAN KUSHAIRY. So for procedure in this lap, we have explained the procedure briefly in the previous video that we have recorded during the lab session. So for safety regulations during the lab, the machine should only be used by adequately trained and authorized personnel, or as known as assistant engineer. Do not stand anywhere near or in front of the car when the tests are running. Always wear lab jackets, safety shoes or other protective equipment during the lab. Turn the switch off immediately if the power tool stalls or jams. Frequently inspect the conditions of switches, control valves, electric cord and hose connections. Store electric cords loosely coiled in a clean and dry place. So for the outcome, we can see, the front and rear side slip test, there's no problem with that. It achieved the requirement. And for adherence test, it is also achieved the requirement. As you can see, the difference between the left hand side and right hand side for front is only 1%, and for the rear is only 8%. So for brake, for front brake, the left hand side and right hand side is only 17%. For rear, the difference between left hand side and right hand side is only 5%. So as we can see on the data, the green one is the ones that achieved the requirements, and the column labeled in red, those are the ones that didn't achieve the requirements. And so on the right image, we can see the adherence for front axle and rear axle on the graph.
Based on the inspection and the observation, the brake force on the left hand and right hand have a difference of less than 30%. And based on Malaysia Puspakam regulation, this occur because balance brake are important for safety, especially when driving at a high speed, windy roads and roads with a lot of turns. Brake imbalance can cause the car to pull to only one side when braking, and it can lead the car to sway out of control. For Puspakam, the vehicle shall undergo for brake test to measure the efficiency and imbalance of brake system. The test result shall comply with the requirements specific, which is less than 30% balance for M1, M2 and M3 category vehicle. The M1 is a normal passenger car, and the M2 and M3 are the type of vehicle that carry a lot of person, like bus or shuttle.
My name is ARMAN KUSHAIRY bin Aswandi, and my matric number is B0920104005. And today I'm going to present about the discussion 2 about what will happen if adherence difference is more than 10%. As we can see on the top, it is a picture that show about the requirement to every vehicle to undergo for a Puspakam test. So as we can see, the vehicle shall undergo a suspension test to measure the shock absorbance performance of suspension system. The test result shall comply with the requirements specified in table 7. So as we can see here, this is the inspection item, which is our car. This is the unit percent of road contact. This is the passing limit must be over than 25. This is the condition, bench test, and suspension shall set at normal mode. So if the adherence difference is more than 10%, it will cause the car to be lost control or harder to be controlled when the car go through uneven road or a slight bump. Due to the regulation that have been given by the Puspakam and the test that we have run, if the adherence test is more than 10%, it will still be acceptable, which it can be said that it will not likely to cause big problem or an accident. Thus it said that it will still be safe to be driven. Due to the adherence more than 10%, it would likely to give discomfort when the car been driven. However, it still be safe, but it is recommended to change it to the new shock absorber to get the best performance of the car. That's all.
My name is Lee Hang, number matric B0920102881. So I'm gonna explain the third discussion. So the third discussion is discuss brake force result on roller testing result. Okay, so based on the result of the brake test that have been shown on the slide 5, which the outcome of this test, we can see the difference between each front and rear of the left and right brake test were not too big, and this can be said that the braking test were successful. As we can see on the Puspakam sheet, the brake imbalance must be less than 30%, and by this way, and by this we can say that this car have an excellent result for the imbalance of the brake. And but for the overall brake efficiency, the car only get 48%, which it is nearly to the requirement that been set by the Puspakan, which were more than 50%. So by this, the car doesn't meet the requirement that has been set, and this is because the car should be dangerous to be driven on normal road. Thus, this being said that the car brake parts shall be checked and serviced to make sure the car will have the best excellent brake performance in so it can be driven on the normal road. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NAJIHA binti Jusri Fauzi Mening with matric number B0920-0096. So I will explain about the conclusion. In conclusion, this lab is very important, which is help to improve and gain the ability to plan and conduct experimental investigations, solve broadly different problems, and using data from relevant sources. From this lab activity has enriched us about the knowledge of inspection of vehicle braking condition, which includes side slip tests, measuring the car weight, adherence and braking tests. We have performed inspection and diagnosing automotive braking system in a team of 5 people. And from this lab also we have learned so many things, especially about the side slip test, adherence and braking test. We have learned that all of this will help us to identify and inspect our car whether it is in a good performance or in a bad performance. Of handling, which we test the suspensions of the braking and the slip of the tire itself, and all of this is important to be tested before we have the confidence to drive our car in a good condition, which will not harm ourselves and also others, especially when driving on the main road. Thank you.